Sevens is over, and I'm sad. Raise your hand if you're sad, or I can't see your hand, so maybe give a thumbs up, and in the bottom, just give that little thing a thumbs up if you're sad, just like I am that sevens is over, or if you even enjoyed sevens. It's just so sad that it's over. But we have to talk about the strongest fusion monster to come out of sevens, the strongest fusion monster in Rush Duels period, and this is something I should have went over a long time ago, but we're looking at the fusion of the two, I guess, the main character and his rival, their fusion monster, and we're talking about Sevens Geass, the Magical Dragon Knight. That's right, Sevens Geass, the Magical Dragon Knight. That's a freaking awesome name, and it's exactly what I was hoping for. It's Sevens Road Magician on top of Dragias. It reminds me of the Blackluster Soldier, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon fusion. What was that? Master Dragon Soldier? Dragon Master Knight? I don't remember. It was something. But, well, of course, it has to be something. It needed to have a name. But here we have a fusion monster, level 10, highest level fusion monster, 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense points. It is a dark attribute, magical knight type monster, fusion effect, duh. Its fusion requirements are 7th row magician and multi-strike dragon Dragias, which is hard to do. I mean, in the anime, it was pretty easy with the Mega Fleet Super Maximum thing. It was instantly put out 2 monsters. There's also a way to summon out, I guess, these cards with Monster Reborn you can just use, but this is the type of fusion monster you wonder, what deck are you going to put it in? Do you put Seven's Road in a random Dragon deck and make this fusion, or do you put, Dragias in a random Spellcaster deck and make this fusion? I'm thinking that's the better option. Personally, that's what I'm going to do. So let's look at the requirements. If your opponent has a face-up level 7 or higher monster on the field, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Multi-choice effect. This turn, this card gains attack equal to the number of different types in your graveyard, times 700, and can make up to 2 attacks on monsters. That's huge. That means this card can I can't even forget the math. You know how many types there are in Yu-Gi-Oh! In Rush Duel period? I think every single type is represented in Rush Duel. Yeah, I don't think there's any type that's missing. I mean, we haven't seen a dedicated rock deck or anything, but man, this card can get absolutely freaking huge and attack twice. This thing's an OTK machine. I mean, I guess that's why the fusion requirements are so hard, but it's also great that this is a complete combination of both Seven's Road and Dragias at the same exact time. It has both qualities of them. It gets powered up by things in your graveyard and can do multiple attacks. It also has another effect to destroy all face-up cards on the field. It's probably not something you're going to really want to do. If it said all other cards on the field, then maybe, but I can't imagine wasting the resources just to blow this guy up. I mean, there might be situations where you have to, like if you go against that super, like, reptile thing that Yuga Goha has, and it has too many attack points and you just can't get over it even with the power up, you can blow it up, but man, that's a huge investment just to blow that card up. I mean, there's got to be some other way you could do it, but I can imagine there's situations where you might want to do this effect. Some situations, otherwise this card's just going to wreck the field anyway. Times 700 plus every type in your graveyard. Seven's Road and Dragias alone are going to make this thing 4,400, and it can attack the 2 monsters. Any other type is just bonus at that point. But it's not the only card we're going to go over, because apparently there's going to be a type of manga for Sevens as well, a new type of manga, and it's going to have a promo card. And this card is ridiculous. It's called Strong Boy Seven's Road. Guys, it's really insane. It's a dark spellcaster type monster, level 7, 2,100 attack, 1,500 defense. Completely equivalent to Seven's Row Magician. I mean, even when I just saw the picture, I thought to myself, well, this is clearly just Seven's Row Magician, just an alternate art, just a chibi. But no, that's not the case. This is actually a brand new monster, Strong Boy Seven's Road, and I was so surprised. So let's look at the effect. If you have a monster in your graveyard, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Sounds pretty much like Seven's Road Magician. This card gains attack equal to the number of different attributes in your graveyard times 200 until the end of this turn. Okay, so that's a little bit weaker than Seven's Road. Seven's Road is 300 per, this is 200 per. So at best, it's going to be able to go by an extra 1,200 attack points, making this thing up to 3,300, so still not too bad. And still a dark spellcaster monster, level 7, can still be summoned by Seven's Road Witch. Of course, you won't be giving her the power up, but still pretty nice things. You might be thinking to yourself, Monster just run another Seven's Road Magician, but this card has another effect, and this is the part that's ridiculous. These are weird numbers you only get in Rush Duel cards. See, because the next part of the fact is, then if your opponent's life points are 700 or less, inflict 700 million damage to your opponent. The highest we've ever seen printed on a card, I believe, was 1 million, and that was one of the bubble era cards. 700 million damage. So take this as a little tip over here. If you're going against a spellcaster deck, try to not to go to 700 or less life points, because all they need to do is summon this and inflict and just end the whole game. 700 million damage. I first looked at it, I was like, this has to be some type of joke card, right? Like, it looks like it's a perfectly illegal card, and 700 or less life points. If your opponent has 700 or less life points, plop this card on the field, 700 million burn damage, and there's really no way they can actually stop it once you're using the effect. There's no cards that responds to effects at the moment. You could respond to the summon of this card maybe with like Trap Hole or something, but 700 million damage. Just beat down your opponent just little by little by little, and when they're 700 or less, 700 million damage. I just thought this was insane, and I had to mention this card in this video because I read it and my eyes almost like popped out of my head. I was like, 700 million damage? I can't believe they wrote this on a card. So yeah, this card instantly wins you the game if your opponent's life points are 700 or less after activating this card's effect. So what do you guys think about this? Do you want to see more crazy cards like this with huge numbers? I mean, 700 million is written on a card. It's actually absolutely insane that it's 700 million damage. But let me know what you guys think about these cards. I was also considering maybe doing a little video that talks about sevens, and pretty much sevens has been one of my favorite series that came out in a long time. I don't want to, you know, make some people mad, but I was not into rings. I was in the beginning, but I'm just gonna say I think sevens was overall the better series, and I enjoyed Arc 5 as well until that end, you know, kind of like the midpoint of Synchro Arc and up. But I think sevens was better than the last two series. But I also want to give a little, you know, praise to sevens got me back into having faith in a Yu-Gi-Oh series. So I kind of might want to do a little video on that sometime. Let me know if you guys will be into something like that. It'll probably take a lot of hard work. I gotta find a lot of pictures and stuff because I want to make it a little exciting. It'll be like a kind of a big project. So let me know if you guys want to see something like that, kind of my thoughts on it, or any other type of Yu-Gi-Oh series. And I'm gonna try to come back with more Yu-Gi-Oh news because we got some decks to talk about as well. So until next time, people, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, that is, or if you enjoyed any of my other videos, you know, feel free to support. No need. I'm not putting any pressure on you guys, just saying, you know, if you like to. And peace out.